Once again, I invite you to join me as I take another journey along one of the pathways of the Tree of Life. So, as I've done in the past, I'm shuffling up Major Arcana cards to see which of the Major Arcana cards will indicate the pathway we're going to walk this month. And there we have the card that's popped out, and let's take a look at that. Number 14, Temperance. Temperance walks pathway number 25 on the Tree of Life, which runs between Tiferet, the yellow Sephira in the middle, called Harmony, and Yesod, the purple Sephira below. Both of them are on the central pillar of balance and harmony. Temperance's pathway, number 25, is called the Path of Samech and describes the essence of support, such as that of a pillar, and represents the pathway of upliftment. This is the power which supports all of the processes that lead to something more solid, beginning from within the waters of potentiality, so that it can have the strength and support to stay manifested. Samech teaches us circular thinking, both to act for the good of the whole, not solely for ourselves, and simultaneously that in order to know spirit, we must know ourselves. The Temperance card's journey through the Tree of Life represents the connection between strength and foundation and the process of finding balance and harmony in all aspects of our lives. This path teaches us to approach all situations with moderation and trust in the natural order of the universe. As I mentioned, this path runs between the yellow Sephira at the center of the pillar of balance, Tiferet, and the purple Sephira below it, Yesod. So number 6 and number 9. Tiferet is called beauty, glory, and harmony. It is harmonizing and holds opposing energies, having compassion. It is the perfectly symmetrical balancing center point of the Tree of Life. Here we find balance, integration, and the connection of the divine and the physical. Its virtue is devotion to the great work, while its vice is pride or false pride. It is called the Gate of Truth. Tiferet is also the home of all the knights and sixes of the minor arcana. The planet associated with Tiferet is the Sun, and the strengths found in Tiferet include reverence, idealism, nurturing, compassion, devotion, while potential weaknesses include false pride, self-doubt, insecurity, irreverence, and blaming. Yesod, the purple Sephira, number 9, is called foundation. Telling or twisting your truth, testing authenticity, refinement, reflection, imagination. Its virtue is independence and its vice is idleness. It ensures one is grounded in reality. It is all about connecting and binding. It has the power to remember and is called the gate of the portal. Yesod is the home of all the nines in the minor arcana. The planet associated with Yesod is the moon, and strengths found here include independence, spontaneity, dream study, conscious psychic, development, self-awareness. As we know, Temperance is walking the pathway between Tiferet and Yesod. Which direction Temperance will be moving depends on where we're at in our life and what we're looking at. But as we know that the Temperance moves between Tiferet and Yesod, let's pull a couple of minor arcana cards to see if we can get a little more information about what's going on in those particular sephira, the energy around those sephira from one of the minor arcana. So I'm just shuffling them up here. Let's see what we can get. Whoopsie. Doesn't feel ready to jump out yet. I'm going to put that one back. Just shuffle it one more time. Still fumbling a little bit with my shuffling, but getting better every day. Okay, 2 cards, please. So one for Tiferet, there we have Tiferet, and one for Yesod, please. One for Yesod, please. One more for Yesod, please. There we have it. Thank you. Okay. Interesting. We have the 8 of Cups, which is all about walking away here, moving away from what no longer serves us. And Yesod, which is the King of Pentacles. Very interesting. The 8 of Cups has been called imagining being somewhere different, or the creation of a calling. It also has a keyword of seeking your authentic self. So which one of these might apply to the 8 of Cups showing up in Tiferet this month? Is there something that we need to let go of and walk away from at this point in time as we move down the pillar of harmony towards Yesod? Is there something there that is no longer of interest to us or feels as if it's part of our journey? It certainly gives us a chance to be reflective. Perhaps we're dissatisfied, but as well hopeful and eager for change. What do you think? Do any of these resonate with you as I mention them? The king, all the kings are normally at home in Chokmah, the second sephira towards the top of the tree of life on the pillar of mercy. But today the King of Pentacles is showing up in Yesod, in foundation. And the kings are normally doing what needs to be done, declaring completion. They can be about success in a particular area. And certainly the King of Pentacles is all about what he has. When we look at the King of Pentacles showing up in Yesod, we know that the kings represent mastery. They have traveled through life successfully and are at the pinnacle of experience and understanding. They are reliable, solid, and can direct the flow of their energy to achieve their visions and goals. The King of Pentacles might say, I lead with my wallet. He's definitely the king of stability. He is a king with a lot of power in tangible assets. He could be powerful, practical, generous, materialistic, and also disciplined. So if we're walking between the emotion of moving away with the Eight of Cups towards stability and success and security and financial gain with the King of Pentacles, that's certainly one way that Temperance might be walking us along this pathway. Or we could be walking from a place where there is security and stability and the focus on financial resources, but we might be walking through the path of Temperance towards wanting something more. As we move from Yesod in the Sephra of Yesod through to Tiferet, where we're finding more harmony and balance on a more emotional, spiritual level. Kind of interesting to think about which way we're going, for sure. As always, I will add some more information to the blog about this pathway and what others have suggested it can be used for. But in the meantime, give this some thought and see where this might fit in with your own life. I'm going to draw a couple of oracle cards to see if we can get any more information on the Eight of Cups and the King of Pentacles that are in the Sephra. So I'm starting with the Colette Baron-Reid's Wisdom of the Oracle. Just one card for the Eight of Cups, please. There we go, that one. And what have we got here? A change in the wind. Well, that kind of makes sense. Time to move on, a change in the wind, which is why it's time to move forward with the Eight of Cups. What about the King of Pentacles? What else would you have to tell me about the King of Pentacles? Anything else? Okay, I'll start from the beginning again. King of Pentacles. There we go. King of Pentacles. And here we have higher power. I'm almost reading this as a change in the wind and higher power, whichever way we're moving from, either because of the higher power's information or because we are responding to our higher power, we're ready for a change in the wind if we're moving from the King of Pentacles to the Eight of Cups. And if we're moving from the Eight of Cups to the King of Pentacles, a change in the wind, it's time for a change and we move to our higher power. And finally, I'm going to draw a card from the Archangel Fire Oracle by Alexandra Wenman to see if there's one final message for us as we walk this pathway. Shuffle it up. Archangel Gabriel, number 28. Archangel Gabriel is often known as God is my strength. He's the angelic messenger, an angel of light. Having Archangel Gabriel walk with us on this pathway will certainly go a long way to protecting us as we make our choices. It is said that he can help us manifest our deepest desires and help us choose the right words to convey important messages. He'll help us find our inner strength and connect us with our personal power. He can also help us to overcome procrastination. In the Archangel Fire Oracle, this Archangel is of the white ray. His flame is sparkling white, and his healing qualities are hope, higher purpose, higher consciousness, collective consciousness of the planet, purity, peace, clarity, and spiritual gifts. His keyword in this deck is holy purpose. So those are all really quite important things to consider as we look at the messages we have on this pathway and decide what it actually means for us in our own particular life at this particular moment. Because we could have the same, we could be walking on path 25, we could be walking with Temperance and have a different reason to walk along that path. But this time around we're walking between the Eight of Cups and the King of Pentacles, or between the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups, and we have Archangel Gabriel guiding us or assisting us as we walk along. In the Archangel Fire Oracle, Gabriel's message is, you are in total alignment with your sacred purpose. Feel hopeful. All is unfolding exactly as it should, according to the divine plan for your life. I really like that message. It gives us hope as we move through this journey this month. A lovely way to round off our journey.